Hello everybody, welcome back to the Chensor Dynasty here on twitch.tv/jchensor. I am your host, James Chen, aka jchensor, and you are here now for the AskJCHENSOR segment where I just hang out and talk with my chat, interact with them, say hello to everybody. Shoutouts to Nutacon, Texmin, Albedo, End, Starix, the Retro Games, Install Virus, a lot of the usuals that I have in here. So thank you guys for coming in and watching some Street Fighter, some fighting game community talk here. Shoutouts to Cone. You know why I'm so cool? Because I have shirts from 86.com that are super sick, like this Eno shirt over here. Shoutouts to Oasis Noel. Welcome to the Chensor Dynasty. If you want to grab these shirts, check down here, 86.com. tinyurl.com/86jchensor. There you go. Thank you, Starix, for putting that into the chat. It's really warm today. It is bizarrely warm today, but we just talked about comeback mechanics on the on the Chen reaction. So if you guys have questions about that or anything else, feel free to ask away. I probably won't be doing the AskJCHENSOR section for too long because I want to jump over to the first attack segment, which I don't know if it will last long or not. It really just depends on how obsessed I get with describing the Ryu versus Guile matchup in ST, which is honestly just one of the greatest matches. It's such a fascinating match, and it will be very interesting to see. I'll say, yeah, there you go, going right into the plugs. Viet Boy Andrew, James Chen for president, and I am, in fact, old enough to be a candidate for presidency. So instead of the Yang Gang, we will have the Chen Gang in 2024. We'll have to go vote for the Chen Gang, and you know, instead of $1,000 for every person in America, I will be pledging on my campaign that I will give fighting free. I will make sure to pass a law that all fighting game DLC will be free to everybody and paid for by the government. There you go. There is a minimum age to be president. You have to be at least 35 years old, if I'm not mistaken. You have to be 35 years old. Otherwise, honestly, I feel like Ocasio-Cortez could probably run and win right now, but she's actually too young to run for presidency or to be a vice presidential candidate as well. Can I be a cat? I definitely try my best to imitate being a cat. Min is 35, youngest elected president is like 45. It's true, it's true. There should be an upper limit though. Maybe. I don't know if there necessarily should be, right? I mean, people probably can tell a lot, you know. Obviously I've been talking a lot about healthcare, stuff like that, and you know, I would definitely be a fan of Medicare for all, and so, you know, I'm definitely, you know, hoping that, you know, Bernie can do some damage in the election. We'll see what, based on the primaries and stuff. I don't want to get too political, but obviously it's something that I believe a lot in, and he's definitely super old. Like, can he make it through 2 terms as president? I don't know, especially with how stressful that job can be. So, you know, so if we had an upper limit, he probably wouldn't qualify anymore. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Granblue just released the PC release date for Granblue as March 13th. Oh, but did they announce that EU is getting it on the 27th? So there is a date then. There is a date, at least, that we do actually have a chance, right? I mean, that we actually are getting it on the 27th. Okay, that's, at least there's a date. I didn't think that there was even a date at all. I thought there was still no word on the EU version, but that's good that at least on March 13th the PC release comes out. And yeah, the American release will be coming out very soon as well. Mina's out on Samurai Showdown already. The new patch is out on Dragon Ball. A lot of crazy stuff happening in February. Is an expensive fighting game month. because there's all these games and DLC and season passes and all this stuff to buy. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, US gets it in March 3rd, so we definitely get it before EU. EU is getting kind of the short end of the stick here, but gosh, it's frustrating because fighting games, it's hard to have that kind of situation to be behind when you're in the fighting game community, because a month head start, even back, you know, in the day when we were playing CVS2 and MVC2, wasn't significant, right? We didn't get as much stuff figured out. We didn't have all the lab monsters out there, and there wasn't online play. So really the head start that you could get, you know, wasn't even that big. In fact, Japan used to have big old head starts over America because they would get games like 6 months earlier, a year earlier, and that to us felt like an unfair head start. Nowadays, a month actually kind of is a pretty decent head start to be almost unfair. Unless you have the ability and resources to just go and buy import copies. I got the import copy of Granblue Fantasy Versus, but I mean, it's literally part of my job, and I kind of have to do it. At least I can write it off on taxes. Ugh, at least I can write it off. SamSho is out on the Switch. Yeah, one of the tough things is that SamSho hasn't been getting a lot of views on Twitch. SamSho is just not one of those games that gets a lot of views on Twitch. I'm not sure why. That game, Mortal Kombat 11, also didn't get very many views, although it spiked a lot recently. In fact, the Road to the Finals series that Mr. Aquaman streams on his channel has been getting over 10K viewers on... Like it was like on Monday or Tuesday, but they're doing really, really well. So I'm really excited for that scene there. So, you know, hopefully the NRS scene can continue this kind of push to prop MK11 more. Okay, so it was last night. Okay, yeah, not being at Evo actually helped them a little bit. So, any other questions that we have in the chat here? Let's see here. New Animal Crossing coming soon? I am not an Animal Crossing player. I've never played Animal Crossing, and I never will play Animal Crossing. I have nothing against Animal Crossing. I just know that it can suck all your time away, and I don't have that. So I'm not going to be playing Animal Crossing anytime soon. Spawn? I mean, it just depends. If Spawn comes out and ends up Predator/Alien broken, that's going to be a problem. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can balance them pretty decently. It would be nice if they could. Have them be released and be properly balanced. Very tough to do, though, because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about that. They think Kefla is kind of good right now, right? People are saying Kefla seems really strong because she has a lot of really decent mix-ups in terms of like side switching and teleporting around to all sides of you and kind of being a dirtbag in that way. Yeah, there's definitely a chance of that, Texman. There's definitely a chance of Evo being canceled if the coronavirus doesn't get more controlled. I actually found out yesterday that in 2018, Trump's administration disbanded the pandemic team of the government designed to handle outbreaks like this. He dissolved that team to save money, to probably put into military spending or something. And so we actually don't have a pandemic team in the United States right now. Is pasta still my regular meal? No, it's just one of my favorites. I love pasta. I love pasta to death. So, most Japan feeling better. Hopefully they're open up soon. Yeah, hopefully there's not too many more things going on in Japan or in Asia. Hopefully we can actually get to the point where everything can be back to normal again. If you dissolve the pandemic team, there can't be a pandemic. It's kind of true. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, you meant in China. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know that. Let's see here. What do we got over here? Oh God, do I even want to watch this and get myself angry? I don't think I do. I'll do this later off stream. I don't feel like getting myself upset right now. Oh boy. All right. I just don't want to get mad. When it gets warmer, huh? Is that actually like a factual kind of thing? Is it actually kind of a factual thing that when it gets warmer that these viruses do tend to die off a little bit more? Because if that's the case, that'd be awesome, because it's definitely getting warmer. At least in Southern California, it's getting warmer right now. What a shock. What a shock. I mean, anyway, I don't want to get into too much politics here. I don't want to get into too much. But yeah, if you guys are tuning in and you're wondering where the first attack is, first attack will be coming up very shortly. I'm just doing a little bit more of AskJCHENSOR. Probably won't be doing it for too much longer, maybe another 5-10 minutes. And then we will jump to the first attack episode where I'm going to teach all about ranges and spacing. And you know, it's going to be a fun episode, because a lot of people are going to think, oh yeah, ranges and spacing are really good because I need to whiff punish things and I have to space it properly. And there's so much more to ranges and spacing than that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm coming to NorCal Regionals. It depends on if 10-0 decides to hire me for regular NCR commentary. I should probably hit them up and you know, ask if they have room to hire me to go up there, or if I do some sort of part of the CPT stuff, because the thing about it is it's not a premiere event anymore. The premiere events in the North America, I can almost be guaranteed to go to most of those, but for NCR, that's no longer a premiere event, so there's no guarantee that I'll be heading to that right now. But I'll definitely hit up 10-0 and see if they're down to hire me to do commentary for their normal tournament, to do all sorts of things, because like I can do all sorts of games. I'm a very very wide breadth commentator that can do all sorts of fighting games. So if you hire me for one thing, you can hire me for many things. So hire James Chen for your video game fighting game tournament commentary. You get one man and he does it all. He does everything. He'll do Street Fighter, he'll do Tekken, he'll do Soul Calibur, he'll do Under Night in Birth, he'll do Guilty Gear, he'll do Granblue Fantasy Versus, he'll do Samurai Showdown, he'll do, for heaven's sakes, he'll do Tetris if you want him to. So there you go. Pick up your James Chen for commentary today. To pop out of the cake at the birthday party? Sure, no problem. Happy birthday, Happy birthday, Mr. President. Darkstalkers, I'll do that as well. Shoutouts to Hosted Radio for the host. Host by the host. The host with the host of the most. What's the best version of Tetris? And impossible to say. Impossible to say. There are so many different versions out there. But by the way, if you guys are enjoying the content that I've been doing a lot of content here on Twitch and on YouTube, lots of streams. If you guys want to continue to support me, you can see right here I have the goal down here, the subscriber goal. I had it set to 250 by end of July. I've already hit that before the end of February. Thank you guys again, but if I keep getting more subscribers, I'm just going to keep increasing that. So I would really appreciate any help there. You can also gift sub people if you're already a sub and want to still help out. There's also donations and bits. And like I said, I'll be trying to add more stuff to this panel pretty soon of the things that by getting more subs, how it'll benefit you guys in terms of better hiring good editors to give you better quality of videos up onto YouTube, and then also that I can pay some guests to jump onto the stream as well. I can probably jump back to doing more giveaways because now the cost of mailing things out won't be as much of a burden to me. So there's a lot of things that we can do if I keep growing up on subs. So I'm definitely going to put down a bunch of things down there that'll talk about what I can offer for you guys as we increase in the number of subs. And shoutouts again, that's everybody in here. Cold Fusion, Naoto Ace, and a lot of the guys I've already talked to, or Detective Katz, Viet Boy Andrew. Am I better at commentating than Yipes? The answer to that question, Detective Katz, is that no one is better than me and Yipes together. Yipes and I, we make a good team. We make a good team. The BARZ brothers. When the BARZ brothers are together, it's all good. No hold button, no buckets for pieces. It's brutal. I love it. Yeah, that's classic Tetris. That's classic Tetris right there. I heard something about a Tetris movie, but I hope they never make it. Casual playthrough streams. You mean of like one-player games, Peter 0611? Like the Zelda and Chill, or like trying to play stuff like Metal Gear Solid, you know, or Spider-Man, that kind of stuff. I want to, Peter 0611, but I can't even explain to you nowadays that after I'm done streaming, I go get dinner and I come back and it's just editing, rendering, uploading, and configuring things, and then by the time I'm done, it's about 3 a.m. and I want to do something before the day is over, so I stay up a little bit later. It's been really hard to find time at night to stream, and I want to stream more. So like I said, if I get more subs and I can find a quality editor, I have people out there who want to help me edit, and I had someone even help me edit some stuff, and I just haven't been able to get back to him to see the kind of work that he was doing, just because I've been so busy recently. But if I can get to the point where I can reliably edit a lot of my stuff for me, kind of like No Pants does for Eris and Magic Moss does for Sajam, I can get into a really, really comfortable position where I can stream at night again. And that would be really, really a lot more fun to do. So, alright. So it's about 5:02. I'll give it about 3 more minutes and then we will begin the first attack, unless I get a couple of really great questions in the chat to come up here. Seems like everybody's kind of ready for that. What do I need being edited? This stuff. I need the Chensor Dynasty to be edited and uploaded and you know, put in the descriptions, put in the tags to monetize it. I need the AskJCHENSOR episodes, put in timestamps, take the first attack episodes, edit out all the times I say right, because we do this, right? So he's set up here, right? So edit all the times I say right to 100 bits. Thank you, Mutant Experience. Also to consolidate all the times where I'm like trying to show something and I mess up a million times in a row, and then finally get it so that you can just see it right away. Timestamp the first attack episodes, you know, just basically organize the YouTube uploads and edit things down so that they're shorter and easier for people to watch. Cut out all the fluff, essentially, is kind of what I need for that. Dude, no pants and dude, doing YouTube stuff is painful. It's painful. Every right to a bleep, yeah, I know. So, you know, you want to stand here if you're Ryu. Beep. It's just like, gotta imagine what people are actually thinking I'm saying. So that would help, but right now I am living what I call the Maximilian lifestyle, that I am up till like 2 a.m. editing it almost every single day, because I do this stream almost every single day. And then on Tuesdays, when I do the Tuesday show, David runs off to the Worlds Collide tournaments and I can't go because I'm editing the Tuesday show. So, not that I'm bitter or anything, I can't go play. And I was excited too, because yesterday when I played the Learn to Fight segment online, and I won the majority of my games, and I think I played super well yesterday. I was actually really shocked I did as well as I did, and I'm kind of excited about that. All I do is lose to David, so it doesn't feel like I'm improving, but when I got to play yesterday online, I felt like I was playing really well, and I thought I was improving a lot. I do not go to any local events, Texman. And Vicious was calling me out on Twitter for that. He was like, support your locals. And I was like, I would love to. Because I'm up till 2 a.m. editing it every day. So, and I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep every night. So, you know, if I can get some more subs, then for sure. But like I said, I'll put the sub goals down there. If I can get up to 500 subs, then for sure I will hire an editor. If I can get to 400 subs, maybe I'll do like the guests on the show. And if I can get to 300 subs, maybe I'll start doing some of the giveaways again. So, but see, that's the thing, right? You can't delay the edit for one day, because literally, Tamich, I'm editing every night. Monday, I've got the Chen reaction and AskJCHENSOR, and I edit that and put that out. And then on Tuesday, I edit the Tuesday show, and on Wednesday, I edit the Chen reaction and AskJCHENSOR. And now, if I keep doing Learn to Fight, I'm going to be editing Learn to Fight. I haven't been able to make Learn to Fight public on our YouTube channel. Thursdays, I've got to edit Chen reaction, AskJCHENSOR, and First Attack. First Attack, which takes the most time, which is why on Fridays, I don't do a Chen reaction and an AskJCHENSOR, so I have a little bit extra leeway to do some editing there as well. But Friday, I do the Chensor Dojos. The last 2 Chensor Dojos I've done have had excellent information from them, and I haven't had a chance to edit or upload either of those because I'm just tired and I've just been skipping it. So if I delay the edit for one day, I just push everything back one day. And so the only way I can do this is if I just keep up every night. Yeah, and exactly. And that happens to me. That happened to me before, Texman. There was one point in time where the Tuesday show was behind by like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You know, and I tried to hire an editor, but then the editor that I hired actually didn't have enough time, and he fell behind, and so I had to jump back to it, and now I just make sure I just do it. As soon as the Tuesday show ends, I straight up start editing like right there, just to make sure I can get it done in time. And that's why the Tuesday show is also so bare bones when I upload it, right? I just upload it, I just generically put the ads in there, I don't put any timestamps in there, and David later on the next morning goes in and adds the timestamps and maybe moves the ads to like smarter places. But I basically do no work on the Tuesday shows. I just edit it as bare bones as possible so I can render it and upload it as quick as I possibly can. Oh, Shin Blanca, that's actually is you, Larry. I hope I can go. I hope someone flies me out for something over there, because I mean, I'm totally down to do Soul Calibur commentary, unless you wanna hire me as well, Larry. If you wanna fly me out to first to final round, I am totally down to do some final round commentary out there, because I'll miss not being out there as well. Playland, if you have Twitter, DM me there. If you're on Discord, you can also DM me there. Let me know if you have either one of those. I'm very bad with Twitch private messages. Do you set yourself dates to take off or have a vacation? Not really. I don't know if I have to be in Europe for the start of CPT, Larry, because I'll find out. Because I don't know if they're flying us out to Europe for that, or if they're just going to fly the Europe guys. Usually when the event's in Europe, they fly the Europe guys out there. And when it's in the US, they fly the US guys out there. I'll try to find out. Look, I know it's all coming up soon. They never tell us anything. I have no idea what I'm doing. So we'll see how that goes, Larry. I'll find out. I'll find out as soon as possible. I got a message Seglia anyway. So I'll find out if they're actually flying us out to Europe or not, because they could just start it with Logan and F-Word and, you know, a bunch of the EU guys to do commentary instead. So we'll find out. We'll find out. It's just that's commentary life. That's commentary life, Texman. That's just how it is. We never know what we're doing until like right beforehand. 2 Evo Japans ago, we didn't actually. I think it might have been the first Evo Japan. I didn't even know I was going to Evo Japan until literally 2 weeks before the event. So I had to plan a vacation in 2 weeks to go to EVO Japan. It's just kind of the nature of the business right now, because everything is always so last second. People can't figure out what the situation is a lot of the times. It's kind of difficult. Here's a heavy question. Do you think it's responsible to continue to hold tournaments while the coronavirus is still a threat? I mean, it's a judgment call. We have to figure out what's going on. And the event that everybody flew out to in Kuwait just this past weekend was canceled. So Mena RD and, you know, Logan, Sama, and Sherry, a bunch of them flew out to Kuwait, and then they all flew home because, or some of them stayed there just and played games with the community over there just because they're there. Why not hang out and have a good time? But they definitely canceled that event. So that's going to be happening. Is there a potential that, you know, EVO could be canceled? Heck, Larry is in here right now. Is there a potential that first attack, the final round could be canceled? You know, there's a lot of, we have to figure it out. It's kind of a tough situation. It's an unfortunate situation, but, you know, hopefully we can find more and more about this virus and find ways to take care of it, find cures for it as quickly as possible. And yeah, just like Gundam Jehudi Kai says, I think it really is a case-by-case basis, yeah. And there's no cases of that virus in Georgia right now, so I think final round should be just fine. Do I think these cancellations are valid? Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely... Look, we're talking about people's health and safety here. If someone feels like that there's a potential threat and they want to cancel the event, I'm not going to hold it against them. Oh no, you're worried about getting people sick. How horrible of you, you know? It's like, go for it. I have no qualms about that. Oh yeah, that's right, NorCal Regionals, because the first case was in Sacramento. So yeah, that might even be a thing too, that NorCal Regionals could be canceled as well. So, that's not a good situation. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, GDC is going to be an interesting situation. We have been through a lot of media blow-ups about disease, but I feel like this one is a little different. This one might be a little different. But we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, there's a lot of sensationalism. You know, we've had the mad cow disease and all these other diseases, but I do feel like this one is spreading pretty significantly. And what do they say? There's already 3,000 people dead from this, and cases are showing up all over the place. But yeah, we'll see. But in any case, let's go ahead and call this the end of AskJCHENSOR here, and I will be jumping on to First Attack, where I am going to be talking all about how ranges and spacing affect your neutral game, how they should be affecting your neutral game, how you should be viewing matches when you play them, and then go through a long example of, you know, Ryu versus Guile in Super Turbo, one of the best matches when it comes to distance and spacing. And I'll be able to show you a lot of the little subtle things about that match, and you'll be able to see why ranges and spacing are so much more important than you probably expected them to be in fighting games. So let's do that. I will, if you're watching here on Twitch, I'll be returning to the title screen, running some ads, and then coming right back with First Attack. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and you want to see that First Attack episode, should already be uploaded, so look for that. Just do a search at youtube.com/UltraChenTV for First Attack, and you should be able to see that First Attack episode 4, Ranges and Spacing. And again, for those of you who have been donating and supporting here via subscriptions and donations and bits and gift subs and all that stuff, thank you very much. I'm going to put more expansive sub goals down here. And like I said, I'll be using a lot of these sub money to be able to give you guys even better content, not just here on Twitch, and just not the, you know, what the content is, but the quality of content that goes on YouTube as well, if I can get myself better editors and better people who can help me out with making the videos more concise. So thanks guys for tuning in, and First Attack is coming up right after this. See you in a second.